Okay guys, in this video I want to share with you guys two of my makeup tips that I have been using to prevent those concealer from settling in your fine lines. So if you want to see how to do this, then keep on watching. The concealer I'll be using in this video is the one by Lancome. It is the Tinidol Ultra Wear All Over Concealer. The color is 435. It is a little bit lighter than my skin tone just because I want it to have a little bit of highlight under my eyes. I will be applying that product on the back of my hand just so it warms it up a little bit for me. Now this is a dampened beauty blender. The water I already squeezed out of it, and I'm just making sure there's no excess water on the outside of that beauty blender before I use it under my eyes. Now this is the tip here, guys. I will be adding my eye cream to my concealer. This is the Advanced Genevieve eye cream from Lancome. It's the newest one. Now I'm just gonna put a little bit, not much, to this concealer, and I'm just gonna mix it in it. There you go. Now this cream adds hydration all day. It helps with wrinkles and dark circles. It makes your eyes appear brighter, and it helps to smooth those fine lines. So you're really doing wonders for your eyes when you're adding that eye cream to this concealer. I will be applying this with my finger. I feel like when I do this, I just apply the amount that I really need, because if I apply it with brush or beauty blender, I feel like I put a little too much. And if you have fine lines, you know the more product you put under your eyes, the more likely that product will settle in those fine lines or crease. So less is more in this situation. Now I'm going to use that beauty blender just to kind of smooth out that product under the eye, just like you see I'm doing here. Now this concealer is also buildable, so if you need a little bit more product, you can go ahead and add some more, but this is all that I'm going to add under my eye because I will add a little bit of powder as well. So that's all I'm going to be using. Okay, so that was tip number one. So we're going to move on to tip number two. In this one, I'll be using the Hourglass Concealer. This is in the color Maple. And I'm going to do the same thing here. I will apply that product on the back of my hand. Also applying this with my fingers. And I'm just bouncing that product. And I'll be using that beauty blender again, just the same thing, smooth out that product under my eye. I feel like with the Hourglass, it's a little bit more thicker or creamier than the Lancome's, than the Lancome one. And so I'm just using two of them, and this is the tip that I really like here, guys. I'm using the Dual Finish from Lancome. Now this is a face powder, but I feel like because it's a face powder, it's not that drying, so I will be applying that with the sponge that comes with the powder, and I'm just going to set that with that powder. And as you can see, I'm not using a lot. And yes, guys, you can use a brush with this powder. I'm just using a sponge because that was what was in the product when I picked it up. But to be honest, I think a brush would work so much better. As you guys can see too, the lightness under my eyes is just one shade lighter, and I did that purposely because the powder I'm about to put on is a shade lighter than what's already under my eye. So by the time that I'm done, I will end up with 2 shades of lightness under the eye. Okay, so now you can see both ways side by side. One is a little bit more full coverage than the other one. So you guys can choose which method or which products you prefer. Now I'm gonna add that powder I was talking to you guys about. It is the Smashbox, it's the Halo. It's in the color light medium. I really love this powder. It's lightweight, so love it. I'm using this brush from e.l.f. I love this one for under the eye because it fits so well under my eyes. As you can see, I'm getting that product out. Now I'm going to take off most of this product. And I'm going to apply this powder at the very bottom of my eye because I want most of the product to be on the bottom part of my eye where there's no fine lines. And remember, wherever your brush hits your face first is where you're going to have most of the product. So I'm just moving it up now that most of that product is under or at the lower part of my eye. As you can see, do you notice the lightness compared to the other side of my face? That's exactly what I wanted. I'm doing the same thing again. I'm not going up where the fine lines are until most of that product, I should say, is on the lower part of the eye. Now I'm gonna go ahead and speed up this video because all I'm gonna do is use that powder to add some highlight to my face. And like I said, it's one of my favorite products to use to add the highlight because I feel like it just gives me a natural looking highlight rather than, you know, looking a little crazy. So, and guys, I also want to add in this video, the makeup looks that you see on my channel is something that is camera friendly as well as everyday friendly, or maybe I should say off camera friendly. I know that there's a lot of people who do a lot of makeup or makeup videos and it looks really nice on camera, but it's something you can't wear in real life because the makeup is too caked on their face. That's not what you will learn on my channel. I want to teach you guys the correct way of doing makeup or applying makeup on the face that you can use not only on camera but also off camera. So I'm just going to add a little bit of bronzer as well as some lipstick, and I'm going to come back and show you guys the final look. So here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and speed this video up, guys. And here is the final look. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys. Hope that you have a great day. Bye.